Hola, my loves. This is video numero tres up in here. And this video is another soul food for thought. I also want to make sure I recognize Osei Kuffour. He also has a YouTube channel. I learned some things from him as well, so I definitely give a shout out to my brethren for some things that he taught me. And the reason why I'm shouting him out for the soul food for thought, which is basically my quick videos, is because he'll always say that whenever you are taking in any type of information, you should always look at what the ingredients are. And that's because the reason why he says that, if you don't get it, is because everything you take in is some type of food, right? Because it's some type of information. So you're taking in information from your, we'll just say your six senses, which will be your taste, your touch, your smell, your hearing, and your physical sight, and then also your clairvoyance, which is your true sight. So you're taking in food from all these different avenues. And actually, what are the ingredients that you're taking in? What is the information that you're taking in? Is it synthetic or is it natural, is how I look at it. Okay, so this video is on attracting the same person. That person may look different, but they're the same person. So let me go ahead and send you guys out peace, blessings, love, and abundance. You know, more than you can even imagine. And that's abundance, and not only like financial, like in money. That's abundance in love. That's abundance in peace. You know, so yeah. Anywho's, Piccolo just joined me. Piccolo, if you guys have never met little Piccolo, is one of the cats that I am pet sitting. He's very needy, however, and he likes to fuss. He likes to fuss. See how he just got upset? He likes to fuss, and he basically likes to tell me when he don't like something. He's very vocal, and you know, you can't get mad at that because he is a light being and he is a living being. He's just in a cat suit. So, he's so cute though. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about, and he actually reminds me of the Cypress cats, like the Egyptian cats. So yeah, and he reminds me of my cat Sheba. She was much easier though, and she was a bush cat, so she would literally go and hunt her food. I would feed her too, but she still would go hunt for lizards, and she would eat rats and all kind of shit, which in my unconscious stage, I would have freaked the entire fuck out. However, in my conscious stage, I was able to deal with seeing rats, actually rats having sex in my room in Jamaica. Shout out to those rats that felt the need to have sex in my room. That must have meant that I had some pent up sexual energy or something going on, but we'll just let that be. Won't even get into that because it's not the video. So attracting the same person, like I said, no matter how that person looks, it's the same fucking person. Meaning that it's the same energy that's coming your way, right? So what we need to understand and overstand is when we attract the same person, the same energy in different body suits, it's because there is something in us that needs to be resolved. Either we have a negative stance about what that energy that person's bringing. We have a too positive a stance, meaning that we are totally like unrealistic about that energy that person's bringing. And what I do is just like our chakra. So how your chakra can be underactive or passive, or how your chakra can be overactive. Okay, so in order to resolve that law of attraction that we are basically getting, is by dealing with what's going on inside of us. That's either that chakra is either underactive or that chakra is overactive. So we need to deal with that in order for us to start attracting a different vibration, because whatever emotion you're feeling, it impacts your chakra. And so if your chakra is underactive, like let's just use your root chakra. So if you are the type of person who is totally focused on your physical being, you think you're too fat, you think you're too skinny, you think that basically if you fix everything on your physical being, that people will begin to like you and love you and accept you and all of these things, that means that you have an underactive root chakra. And so if your root chakra is underactive, you're going to attract those people. Also know that your root chakra has to do chakra has to do with your security. So how you feel. He's over here bunting on my paper. When a cat bunts on you, like meaning they do this, like, you know, put their cheek on it, it's because they're literally marking their fucking territory. They're telling you this is my shit. They want to put their scent on something. So that's literally, he was bunting on my paper right now. And it's okay. I love you too. I love you too. We have our disagreements because he definitely is a manifestation or a reflection of some parts of me that I'm working on. He reminds me every day of those things I'm working on, those challenges. However, he's also very sweet. He's a very sweet cat. He will be very vocal and let you know he don't like shit. So, anywho's, what was I saying? Yeah, so your chakras, based on what emotions you're dealing with or whatever you're experiencing or expressing, your chakras are the reason why. Your chakras are in a particular condition where they're underactive or overactive. So if you have all of these insecurities, because your root chakra is about security. It's not just about security like having a roof over your head or having a man that you feel is secure that'll protect you. It's also about how secure you feel in your very being. So if you're insecure with your looks, that is stemming from your root chakra. So you're going to actually attract somebody who appears to be very secure in their physical being. However, they're very jealous and they have a lot of anger going on. So they might feel the need to be very possessive of you and very controlling, that has to do with the solar plexus. However, a lot of that ties in. A person who has a lot of anger in them also a lot of times with the overactive root chakra has a possessive or jealous nature or tendency about them, which means they have an overactive solar plexus. So a lot of times those things actually relate to one another. So if you are finding yourself, I'll give another example, and this is me speaking from my own personal experience. Last year, most of last year, I had a pretty negative perception perception of money, because I was going on the way that people and the elite and the people that pretty much control this physical world, this physical matrix, how they utilize money to control people and to have people living in, less than favorable conditions, like how in Jamaica you have people living in tenement yards. Literally, they have aluminum, or they may have some bamboo, but mostly it's aluminum, like covering their houses and their roofs and things like that. So they have all kind of leakage, and the streets smell like piss, and it's like dogs and all kind of animals defecate on the streets, and things like, mainly dogs defecate on the streets, and the whole environment is just polluted. So since the physical environment is polluted, you know that the internal environment is polluted. And, that has to do with the government and how they do not treat people as the spiritual beings that we truly are, who our true essence is. And that honestly has to do with the people's mentality. And the people's mentality, again, it's a vicious cycle, goes back to the environment and what they see every day. So, anywho's, I had a negative connotation of money because I saw people who basically use money as their soul. They were all like this, pompous assholes. Like, people only want me for my money, or only want to be around me for that money. And, like, money is everything. And truly your soul is everything, because the Bible says that what good is a man to gain riches, to gain, the riches on this earth, I'm paraphrasing, than to lose his soul. But that means that you chose money as your soul and you lost your actual soul. So your ass is going to have to repeat this shit again. And that's up to you, So I kept attracting people who were solely focused on money. Like, they were just like that get rich or die trying type of attitude. Just like, money is everything. Like, if I don't have money. And in Jamaica, it's definitely a disease, because like I said, the government has it so that the people are so over policed and literally the military is walking around Jonestown. When I was in Jonestown, military had fucking rifles and shit. You know, like, it might not be, I'm not the gun expert, you know, I'm pretty sure they weren't AK-47s. I could be wrong. However, they were big, long ass motherfucking guns and shit, and they're just walking around. And children are playing. Children are playing with like water bottles, like there's footballs, which in America we call it soccer, but it's truly football because shit, you kicking the ball with your foot, so that's a true football. However, the children are just playing and doing their thing or whatever. People normally having block parties and shit. Like the Jonestown and Trenchtown is fun as fuck. You know what I'm saying? However, it's still serious as hell because you have people walking around with guns and walking around with their camouflage on, and they're not there to be nice. They're stopping cars, asking you why you smoking a spliff. Shit, I can smoke a spliff because I'm in Jamaica, nigga. I can have my ganja and my grabba, and grabba is tobacco basically, and I smoked it. You know, it's a mix of weed and tobacco, but they call it grabba. So I would have my Rizla and my ganja and my grabba and whatever, and why you gotta, because literally anybody who walking around in their natural state, they want to call you a Rasta or a fire or whatever. Well, fire is a term of endearment. Empress is a term of endearment. Rasta, the way they said it, was not a term of endearment. So, you know, you start seeing those type of situations, and it really makes you fucking like despise money. But it's not the money, it's the motherfuckers walking around with the money, because they are abusing it. They are abusing the power that comes with that money. However, if you have truly an understanding of that money can be utilized to actually help the people who are living like that, and mainly the children, and to help yourself and the greater good, then it's all about your intention behind it. If your intention is so you can be living lavish and so you can flex and floss on people and be like boasty about it, as they say in Jamaica, you boasty about it, you boasting basically or bragging about the material shit you have, then that's not the reason to have it. If you want to boast on the types of trips you can take and what other people can't do, like the minions and the peasants type of shit, like, your ass is literally like the type of people who had me in that type of mentality. However, now I totally get that the purpose of money, and that it is to be used in order to make things better, and not to separate people by this classism system. You see what I'm saying? Or a caste system like they do in India, you know? So, let me make sure I talked about everything I wanted to talk about. Yeah, that's all I really wanted to say. So whatever you're attracting, it's not necessarily always that it's because you are that same way. Yes, everything that we attract in our life, we can have a cell in us. We have DNA in us that can be activated, that actually we could be that same way. However, it's because we are so far sometimes on the opposite side. We are polar opposite to it, that it's like a magnet and we attract it. So it is your task, your lesson, to find a balance in it, so that you actually have an inner and understanding of why that particular tool can be utilized, or how that tool could be utilized to make things better sometimes. Or it's for you to heal something within yourself so you no longer attract that thing. So I just wanted to quickly give you this video on attracting the same person, why you continue to, and it's even in relationships, you keep attracting an abusive relationship. I've been there, where a man may put his hands on you, or he may not physically put his hands on you, but he may verbally like attack you, and that's because there are things within you. You are actually physically abusing yourself, whether it be you're overeating and food, or you are talking down on yourself with the way you look. So you're abusing yourself, so you attract someone that abuses you on the outside because you're abusing yourself on the inside. So anyway, my loves, I trust that this information is a blessing to your life, and that it is helping you in your soul's journey, in your soul's purpose, and getting to the next level and where you want to be. And so again, I thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. I thank you for liking my videos, and I appreciate you for commenting on the videos and sharing your personal experiences. And also, I thank you so much for checking out and following my Instagram and my Facebook pages, and the links are always in my videos. Sending you out so much love out into the ether, guys. Peace.